Hi, I'm Teresa Kackart, and this is a safety tip brought to you by the Certified Horsemanship Association. Today we're at West Texas A&M University, and I'm working with a purebred registered Arabian mare, Miss Dittos 2. And I want to talk to you about how to safely put your horse back in their stall so that you can stay safe and your horse can stay safe and you'll be able to ride again tomorrow. So as I bring my horse into the barn, what I want to do, if my stall door is already open, I want to pause my horse near the stall door because they're going to be excited to go back in. Maybe they're thirsty or hungry, or they just want to take a break. So you can see that she's ready to go back in her house. So I'm going to just wait and let her sit here a moment as she settles. Now the easiest thing to do is you want to go in the gate first and let them come after you. You don't want to try to both of you squeeze through the gate at the same time. So I'm going to ask her to stand here as I come around and come into the gate. Now, if she starts to crowd me, again, I can even halt her, ask her to take a step back or two so that I can go through the gate safely. You do want to make sure that your stall doors are open as wide as they'll go so that your horse has the best opportunity to be safe as they come in. And I'm actually going to move her a little bit because I would actually like her to be a little straighter on her approach into the stall so that she has less risk of banging a hip or her head as she comes through. Now, as I lead her in, I'm going to lead her all the way into the stall and ask her to turn back around and face the door. Notice as I'm leading her through, I don't let her stop and nose her buckets or do anything else. I want her to stay right with me, just like if we were walking through any other environment. I want her attention on me. I'm going to hold her here. As I prepare to close the stall door, what I'm going to do is lay the lead rope over my hand. You can actually even put it in one hand this way, making sure everything is folded and not coiled around. And this allows you to be able to have the rope in your hand and keep your horse back away from the stall door while you close it, because we don't want to be crowded into the corner at any time. I'm going to get the door securely closed. If my horse did start to crowd me while I was asking them to stand still and closing the door, I would just have them step back a step or two. It's always important to make sure that they respect your space, especially when you're in a small, confined environment. I'm going to bring her over here just a step or two. Good. As I'm going to back her up a little bit, because as I ask her, there we go, as I get ready to unhalter her, we know she's going to want to go to her buckets and see if anybody put any grain in there. And this is also a great time to look and make sure your horse has clean, fresh water. Their buckets are clean, their environment's clean, and nobody has inadvertently put something in your stall that shouldn't be there. So just because your stall was in perfect order when you left, don't expect it to be that way when you put your horse back. So always take the time to inspect your stall with just a little look around to make sure things are safe. Now I can even take and lay this lead line over her neck if I need to as I unhalter her to help make sure she learns to stand still and not crowd or rush me as I approach and release her. So she's being a superstar. So I'm just going to let her go. Give her a little scratch, tell her thanks so much for the day today. And you notice I stepped in front of her. It's much easier and safer to come to the door in front of your horse than to try to squeeze through a narrow space behind them. As I get ready to go out the door, I do want to make sure that she doesn't crowd me and try to squeeze through and come home with me. So I'm going to open the stall door. One last check to make sure she's back over there, out of the way. I'm going to open it small enough for me to get out and then promptly close it and latch it so that she can be safe in her stall and cozy for the night. Get my halter all tidied up so it's ready to go for our next ride tomorrow. I'm looking forward to doing it again. Thank you so much, and this has been a safety tip brought to you by the Certified Horsemanship Association.